Hello and good morning, everyone. Maximus here with a Terra LUNA update, as well as some news in regards to Usdd stablecoin. So you're not going to want to miss this. This is right hot off the press, right at 9:35 a.m. GMT. Currently speaking for me, it's 5:35 in the morning on June 13th. So, what is going on with Terra Luna? Always hot in the news, always making headlines and so on. Well, if you haven't happened to see some of the other videos that we put out on Crypto Talk Now, I'll give you the quick gist of a few of the headlines, but you're going to want to take a look at some of those videos to kind of catch up. Basically, KuCoin he's been accused, of course, these are allegations, that he cashed out 2.7 billion from Terraform, from Terra before the collapse of UST and Luna. He's also facing an investigation from the SEC and, believe it or not, the Seoul Metropolitan Police Department. Fat Man, who is actually a Twitter, I guess you could say, whistleblower, argues that KuCoin was able to succeed through the help of the borrowing protocol, which is DGenBox. Now, this update states that Terra Luna's price is yet to succumbing to another crypto sell-off wave as of Monday, which is now. Luna 2.0 price is trading around 240. We're actually going to verify that real quick. So yeah, that looks accurate, about 249 as we speak. One thing I do want to point out is that the volume is significantly up. It's up 88%, and of course that makes sense because people realize some of these sales and so on. Another thing I want to point out also is that the overall crypto market is significantly down. That's about 11.5%. We did drop below that $1 trillion threshold. So I mean, you know, this is most volatile times you've probably seen in a very long time. But getting back on topic, it mentions trading around 240 at the time of the update on the European morning, of course 9:10 GMT, having fallen below the $2.50 mark for the first time since a brief dip last Thursday. Back then, the Terraform Labs cryptocurrency managed to quickly recover levels close to $3, where it managed to stay for the most part of the weekend despite the huge bloodbath seen on most major cryptos. In the past 24 hours, most cryptos were basically down about 10 to 20%, but Terra Luna price had managed to stay somewhat afloat in the same period and even enjoyed a quick 30% spike to $3.40. Well, some people may say, well, big whoop-de-doo, this was way higher and so on, but you got to keep in mind in regards to all the volatility that's been going on, especially with the big crashes and whatnot, that was pretty significant. Now, one thing I want to point out is this takeaway right here. Price action has again turned in favor of Terra bears on Monday. Is another stablecoin, which I've talked about quite a bit on the Max and Larry show, which is Tron's USDD stablecoin. Now that is paired, of course, with the Near protocol, and they even had a promotion where you could get 60% APR, or maybe it was APY, but you could yield up to 60%. That promotion went away and it dipped down back to 30%. But again, the significance in regards to that was the most you could make on any particular stablecoin. But yet, look, another negative catalyst has come up in the news in regards to all this, because now Tron's USDD is under pressure at a risk of what? DPGing. I know, it's becoming all too common now, from the US dollar. If the Luna 2.0 all-time low 2.15 support is broken, it's difficult to see an actual bottom for KuCoin's revived cryptocurrency. So before we get into all this, again, watch your guru. He was so active on posting all this. Says, just in, 700 million worth of USDC has been injected into the Tron DAO reserve to defend the USDD peg. Of course, as soon as we find out any more information or news, we'll try to break it to you guys and keep you updated in regards to that. Something I want to point out, though, for those who are maybe personally invested into USDD stablecoin and so on. I don't know what course, platforms that you're on, but I will state this: if you happen to have it on KuCoin, give yourself an insurance policy. I don't want to see anybody get destroyed or wrecked in this case in regards to this. So one thing I was going to point out is, for instance, on KuCoin, okay, you can go to KuCoin, and if you have an account, or if you happen to have your crypto there, in this case USDD, when you log in and you go to spot trading, for instance, okay, there is a stop order that you can do, okay, which is right in here after you put in, of course, your PIN and whatnot. You can do a stop order. All right, give yourself an insurance policy, or if you don't want to do it that way, you can actually come over here, and what I was going to point out is this right here, the trading bot. You actually use the bot to do buy and sell orders automatically, so you can actually, again, give yourself an insurance policy. If you know USDD stablecoin DPEGs, you can put the sell order, for instance, let's say hypothetically like 97 cents. Some people might be comfortable with that, or if it drops down to 95 cents, whatever the case be, set it in so it does like a fire sale, if you will. Give yourself an insurance policy, because what if this depegs and this goes down to like 10 cents, 8 cents or something? You don't want to lose out. So these are things to look out for in regards to if you happen to be storing your crypto on platforms like KuCoin. Of course, there's other centralized exchanges that you can do these type of methods, but I just thought I'd point out the one in regards to KuCoin. And also, if you're wondering, for instance, this is exactly how you do it. There's a KuCoin stop limit. So again, back to what I was stating, that so a stop limit / stop market order is a condition order which can be triggered when the market reaches a pre-specified stop price, like I mentioned, and a limit market order will be sent afterwards. There are 3 trigger types for stop orders on KuCoin futures, for instance, last price, market price, and so on. And then it mentions this right here, which is how can you stop losses on KuCoin, right? Because you don't want to continue to lose. And it's just real simple. To enable this feature, users need to click Settings on the upper right corner of the KuCoin futures page, and then click Feature Preference, Enable Take Profit and Stop Loss. Again, this is another way you can give yourself an insurance policy, so you're not losing. Again, I hate hearing the stories of people losing in regards to this. I mean, it's absolutely horrible. So that's another thing. I'm gonna get back to the news in regards to this. So, for instance, following the crash of Terra ecosystem, controversies, as we know, surrounding Do Kwon have surfaced. He has been cashing out funds, allegedly, consistently from Terra before the collapse of sister tokens Luna Classic and the former UST, now called USTC. It states that Kwon cashed out billions from Terra before its collapse. A lot of us already know about this and so on. I'm not going to read every part of it verbatim, but again, the recent allegations is that he pulled out 2.7 billion from Terra network before the crash. If you're wondering how he dumped UST for 2.7 billion, of course, Fat Man, he has a whole outline in regards to that. And I have pointed that out in another video. Make sure you watch that, because you can actually see the whole outline on Twitter. Again, I don't want to make this video super long in that regard, but one key takeaway is where it says right here, Fat Man argues that Do Kwon cashed out 2.7 billion through the MIM-UST pool without moving the peg. Kwon drummed up liquidity from retail investors through DGenBox and Spell. So if you're wondering what that basically means, is a rug pull. Again, these are allegations. I'm not stating that this is fact and that he did this, but there's so much allegations that have been thrown in his direction. In regards to the analysts believing that Luna 2.0 is 100% bullish, again, this is from FX Street. I do use them as a source from time to time. Sometimes they get it right, sometimes they don't. But nonetheless, I'm not going to go more into this about the bullish momentum. If you want to check that out for yourself, you're definitely welcome to. That is the current news on the hot topic of what's going on with three major things. Of course, all the allegations with KuCoin, and of course, you know, the price of Terra LUNA's going down, you know, to all-time lows and so on. But another takeaway, of course, is that USD stablecoin with Tron, that is a developing news update that we'll definitely keep an eye out for. And again, of course, the major crypto crash of dropping down below 1 trillion. So with that said, guys, thanks for watching today's video in regards to the hot topic of Terra LUNA and also USD stablecoin. I'm Max on behalf of Crypto Talk Now. May y'all have a blessed day. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so. And we'll see you on the next one.